Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is going to be my review for Girl Meets World Season 1, Episode 5, Girl Meets the Truth. And this episode was amazing. Probably the best episode of the season. I mean, this episode was really, really good because once again, we found out more about Maya in this episode. We got a lot more with Farkle, actually. This is probably the most screen time I think Farkle has had in an episode. I mean, we really got a lot more of Farkle. We got a little bit more development between Riley and Lucas. We got a lot more with Corey and Topanga, which I really liked. I mean, this episode was pretty jam-packed with everything, and I really enjoyed that about this episode, definitely. And, it really looks like, really, this show just keeps getting better and better every episode. And, every week it reminds me more and more of Boy Meets World, especially this episode. Let's just get to it, though. So basically, Riley and Lucas are doing this play, and Lucas is about to kiss Riley, and Farkle comes on stage. By the way, there were two plots in this episode. I'm going to talk about the main plot first. Farkle comes on the stage, and he's kind of upset because Lucas, quote-unquote, stole his woman, because he wants to kiss Riley first. So he comes on stage, and then he asks Maya to come on stage, and the performance does not end up going well. And basically, Maya tells Riley, just tell Farkle that he's terrible, and that's all you need to say. But Riley decides to lie to him because she thinks it's the right thing to do, so that way it won't make him feel bad. And I can understand that, but at the same time, the truth, basically, the truth is what matters, really, here. I mean, the truth is really what matters. So basically, what ends up happening is that she lies to Farkle and says he did a really good job, and Farkle basically thinks he's a very good actor because of this. He thinks he's a very good actor, and this kind of makes, Farkle, this makes Farkle very, more happy, a lot more confident about himself, and it's not really a good thing because at the same time, Maya then shows Riley this locket that she has, and Riley wants to know where she got it because it looks really like... It does not look like something Maya would have, because as we know, Maya's parents are, her dad left, and she's not the most, richest family or whatever. She's middle class, She has this locket around her, and Riley basically says, where'd you get the locket, things like that, and, Maya's, basically says that her dad sent it to her, and, that her dad sent it to her, and Riley does not really believe her. So Riley does not believe that Maya got that locket. She wants to know where she got that locket from. And, honestly, Riley is being a hypocrite here. I do agree with Maya that, if she was honest with Maya, then why can't she be, honest with Farkle? I do understand, Maya's logic, though, definitely. I thought that was definitely, very, very interesting, the way that, the way that was working out. And, basically, it went, a little while, went on for a little while, and, probably the funniest scene in the episode, in that plot, we see Maya go into the bathroom, and, she's, like, singing, like, she's basically like, I can't hear you, like, she's singing I can't hear you, or whatever. It was really funny, because it really reminded me of, Boy Meets World, and really, Sabrina Carpenter has real talent here. I mean, she is by far doing the best job. I do think that this was by far Rowan Blanchard's best acting on the show so far. I really thought that, past few episodes, yes, she was a little weak. She needed to get into her comfort zone a little bit. But in my opinion, this episode, she was right on the market. She was just as good as Sabrina Carpenter, in my opinion. I feel like now, I liked her more in this episode. I really liked, Rowan Blanchard from the beginning. But this episode especially really made me realize that she's a very good actress. She really was a great actress in this episode. And eventually what ends up happening is that, Maya is kind of denying the fact that she has this locket, and we eventually find out what's in the locket, and we find out what's in the locket is a picture of a family, a husband, a wife, and their daughter. And this really makes Maya feel at home because, she doesn't have that really. And, Riley does not think it's a good idea that she keeps it, she does not want her to keep it, and, Maya tells her that she's keeping it, and that's what she's doing. And basically, that kind of intertwines with the subplot. Corey comes in and talks to Riley and Maya, and we kind of find out that, what's really going on is that it's not really so much about the truth. It's more about how you, what you think doing what you think is right, basically. And I thought it was just a really good message. And basically what ends up happening is they do end up going to Farkle. And we get very much like the first scene where Riley and Maya came on the stage, for, Romeo and Juliet. Very, very funny, the way that worked out. But we get that again in this scene, and Riley basically tells Farkle that she is sorry that she said he was a good actor, and we get probably the funniest scene from Farkle so far. He walks off the stage, kisses Riley. That's very reminiscent of when Topanga kissed Corey, because, as we know, Corey did not want that kiss, and then he ended up falling in love with Topanga. So, Riley did not like that kiss and ended up falling, Riley did not like that kiss, and she just got kissed by Farkle. So does this hint at possibly a future for them together? I don't know. I'm thinking more Maya and Farkle. That's what I'm thinking, but I really don't know at this point. Yeah, so Farkle kissed her and everything, and I thought that was, a good scene and everything. And then basically what ends up happening is that, Lucas walks in, and, he says he wanted, he missed his moment, and Riley, says, what is your moment? And he says, my moment will be my moment. So, I think it's good. Lucas is dying new. He's gonna take it slow with Riley. He's not going to kiss her yet. He's not gonna confirm anything yet. He's not gonna put labels on anything. He's just her friend, and I think that's the best thing to do. He's not a kid she's known for a bunch of years. It's not like Topanga and Corey, where they knew each other since they were kids. No, Riley's just getting to know Lucas, so I think it's best that they are, that he's waiting to kiss her, and he's gonna wait till it's the right moment for him to do that. I think it's good that he decided to do that, and I definitely really enjoyed that part of the episode. And then the end of the episode probably was my favorite part of the episode. I really enjoyed this part because Maya does decide the best thing to do is to take back the locket. And, I thought that was really great. I mean, such a great scene to watch. I mean, probably the most touching scene in the show so far. We find out the reason that she has it is because her father has not given her lockets for years, or anything for that matter, and it really just made her feel at home, and that's why she wanted to keep it. She sees the family, she sees how happy they are, she puts the locket on the, on that kid, and, I mean, it really just shows, like, a symbolism of how that really makes Maya feel happy and at ease, and you really gotta feel bad for Maya. I really felt bad for Maya, in that scene, but you know what, that scene where she put a locket on that little girl, I mean, that was so sweet what she did, and that's probably the best scene we've seen of Maya so far. I mean, just so much development for Maya in this episode. Absolutely loved her character development. Really, really great. Really loved the main plot of the episode. And let's get to the subplot. Subplot was absolutely hilarious. Very much reminded me of Boy Meets World, the subplot. Subplot had to do with Corey and this chicken. Also had to do with lying. Basically, Topanga made this bad chicken that he did not like. He could not just admit to her that he, did not like it. He refused to eat it. And he couldn't just tell her, I know you tried. He couldn't just tell her that. And Topanga gets very upset about it, basically forces him to eat it, and I thought that was a very funny scene. And basically then what ends up happening is that she keeps forcing him to try to eat this chicken, and I just thought this scene was absolutely hilarious, the way it was done. She's literally chasing him, trying to get him to eat this chicken. The way that was done was so funny, in my opinion. I love the way that was done. So funny. When she was chasing him to try to eat the chicken. Very, very funny stuff there. And, basically, Corey ends up talking to Riley and Maya, and, Auggie comes in. Auggie seems like he actually might be the smartest one of the group, believe it or not, because he gets Corey to eat his, spaghetti, because Topanga had given her spaghetti before, Topanga had given him spaghetti before, he ate it, and Corey said, oh, this is good, it's cold, and Auggie said he couldn't do it because he doesn't know how to do that yet. And basically, what he said to Corey was that, why couldn't you just tell her that that it was good, that she did it, that, she tried, because Corey said to him, I know you tried, and, Auggie says to him, why couldn't you just say that to her? And I thought that was just a really good message. It really showed that, again, Corey still has learning to do. He's not all the way done with the world. It shows that the older we get, really, what this is trying to show is, the older we get, the more, we learn. I mean, Corey still has stuff to learn, and I really like that, definitely. This showed that. And basically what ended up happening was, I love that scene where they're asking Auggie questions, and he's like, I'm just this many, what do you want me to do? I thought that scene was hilarious. Auggie definitely stealing the show. Just August, Mature, I think his name is, whatever his name is, he is stealing the show. He really is. Every scene he's in, he is stealing the show. Absolutely fantastic. He's such a great little kid. He's extremely cute to watch, because he's this little 5-year-old, but he's so amazing to watch. I mean, just fantastic, acting from him in this episode. Basically, Corey and Topanga do end up making amends. I thought that was a funny scene thing to watch. I definitely really enjoyed that. And, definitely I really enjoyed this episode because I thought the episode was definitely very well done, and I really enjoyed the episode because of the message it was trying to get through. The message was that it's not just about the truth, it's about saying how you truly feel about it. Saying how you feel, and basically just being honest with people. That's basically what it's about. It's just about being honest, and, I really like the message I really like the development we saw of Maya in this episode. I like that we saw more of Farkle in this episode. I like that, Lucas and Riley got their moment a little bit. We got more with, Lucas and Riley. Definitely, I really enjoyed that. Next week's episode does not look good, in my opinion. I do not like the looks of next week's episode. I'm not really looking forward to it. Maybe it'll surprise me, I don't know, but next week's episode does not look that funny. However, honestly, this show, I have so much faith in it, because this show just keeps getting better and better every single episode. It can do no wrong, in my opinion. It really can do no wrong, and it's doing everything I wanted it to do, especially after this episode. It's done so much that I've wanted to do, and I really loved about the show. Really loved that we saw more of Corey and Topanga and, their relationship on the show, because, that was the central focus of Boy Meets World, so obviously we do need to see more of that, and I love that they're doing that still. Fantastic episode. Really enjoyed this episode, and that's basically it for my review. So let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you guys think of it? Was it, in my opinion, best episode of the season? What did you think of getting more of Maya's past? That's in my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, Maya's backstory, that's in my review. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for another classic movie. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.